Good morning. My name is Eric Moore, and that guy up there, that's Jameson. And together, we're going to take you on the adventure of a lifetime. But today, we have something special planned. We're going to go see some amazing animals, and unfortunately, Jameson's got to stay home, because the animals that we're going to see today, well, they might try to eat him. Let's get back to camp. Let's get ready to go. I'll see you there. My name is Eric. Throughout my life, I've done some pretty wild things, but what I truly live for is exploring our great world. From that exploration, I have grown an infatuation and endless love for all types of wildlife. The ones who like it cold, the ones who like it hot, no matter the shape or size. I think all critters are awesome. The scaly, the furry, the ones that fly, the ones that swim, the meat eaters, the plant eaters, the bug eaters. But sadly, a lot of animals today need our help to survive. So, it is my mission to help save this world by seeking out those who fight for our wild places and those who take care of those wild faces. Those people I call wild heroes.
Okay, we're here back at camp. Give me a second to go grab some coffee, eat some breakfast, and put Jameson inside for the day. And then we're on our way to go meet some amazing animals. Now, I hate the fact that we have to leave Jameson behind, but it's for his own safety. Plus, he can hang out with all the critters that live around here. Okay guys, we're all loaded up, ready to go. And where are we headed? We're headed to the Central Florida Animal Reserve, a place very close to my heart, a place filled with some amazing animals that are taken care of by some fantastic people that truly meet the definition of a wild hero. They take their free time to go visit and take care of these amazing animals. And what kind of animals are they? Well, they're big cats. They're tigers, they're lions, they're leopards, and they are some of my best friends. And the people working there do so through their mission of compassion, conservation, and commitment. Those three C's together truly create an awesome experience for these cats. So let's go learn all about it. Have a wonderful day. I hope you brought some extra t-shirts because it's a hot one already. We're gonna be sweating, but it's gonna be fun. Come with me, let's get out there. Alright guys, we made it to the Central Florida Animal Reserve. Behind these doors are some tigers, some lions, some leopards, and a whole bunch of people who work tirelessly to make sure they stay happy and healthy. So join me, let's go behind the doors and find these wild heroes. So I've been a volunteer here for 5 years. At first, it was just something to do when I first moved to Florida, but the bonds and the relationships I made with all these wonderful cats have kept me coming back week after week after week. There's something about having a cat as a best friend that you can't explain. There's something about a lion getting excited to see you in the morning that just fills your heart with joy. And there's nothing more inspirational than getting to share this space with so many incredible people who come here out of their own time to do what they can.
My name is Ashley and I volunteer here at CFAR because I do have a love of big cats, specifically tigers in general. So getting to work here every Wednesday with about 15 or 16 different tigers is definitely a place I like to call home.
Hi, my name is Jillian. I started volunteering at CFAR because I wanted to make a difference and be a part of these cats' lives. As Phyllis Parks,
I have been working with CFAR and its predecessor for 22 years. I started because I love cougars and became attached to all the big cats.
Now, as we get our day going in the life of CFAR, listen to Simba Wilts as he talks about Central Florida Animal Reserve's past, its present, and its future, and where we want to go from here on out.
Well, as he said, my name is Simba, at least throughout most of the weekend. Throughout the rest of the week, my staff usually calls me Dr. Wilts. Actually started in the world of big cats for, goodness, almost 20 years. Central Florida Animal Reserve really came out of a special need. The origins of the organization are actually pretty old, go back to 1996 with a guy in a garage with 2 cougars and a tiger who wanted to do educational presentations. Things changed very quickly, the laws changed and the world changed, and eventually the need for CFAR came about and came into existence in 2007 as a way to rededicate ourselves to the work of seeing these cats have the best life they possibly can. Unique world, but we were able to get all of the cats to our current facility in 2017. We are on a mission to create a platform that will address the challenges of big cats for the future, but also provide value to society today. And in each of those different realms, there are limitations that come into play. So if you are at an AZA zoo, for example, the accreditation standards are such that you're not allowed to react to situations that might be taking place in the wild or a situation that might be a bad one domestically, because you have to follow very strict guidelines for a species survival program, for example. Likewise, if you have organizations that are entertainment-based, the profit motive definitely changes the way that people tend to interact and work with their animals. Not necessarily for the bad, because after all, if the animals are valuable to them, then they treat them like gold. So what we are able to do as an organization, as Central Florida Animal Reserve, is adapt to the various circumstances that leave gaps for the cats. So if they don't fit into an AZA zoo because they're a white tiger, for example, or they have been at a private owner who suddenly no longer is able to take care of them anymore, or if they're just too old to be working in an entertainment venue, we don't have to say no. We don't have to stripe check every creature. We can say that our hearts and our facility are open to allow them to have the best life possible. Interesting that for us as an organization, we are really, in some ways, an anachronism. We are the largest volunteer-driven organization surrounding big cats in the country right now. And that says a lot to the caliber of people that we're able to bring, and also to the quality and attention that we're able to give to the animals.
Wow, thanks, Simba. All right, guys, come with me. Let's go have a day in the life of Central Florida Animal Reserve's wild heroes.
My name is Justin, and I volunteer out here because I love working with animals.
My name is Jasmine, and I love volunteering here. One of my favorite moments was when we moved to our new facility and getting to see all the new cats explore their new enclosures. It was a wonderful moment.
Okay, y'all, I've got on my old shirt, ready to get dirty, so come with me. Let's go make some cats day.
First, start cleaning the enclosure. The first thing we do is shift the animal into a secure area, make sure everything's locked. We'll come in, we clean. Of course, pick up poop. We bleach the tub and the water buckets, and then we refill the tubs. We rake the grounds and make sure we fluff up their dens so it's nice and comfy for them. We set up their toys or give them some other form of enrichment so that they have something to do for the day.
Sometimes you gotta ditch the long sleeves and the long pants and get a little sweaty and a little dirty, but that's what being a wild hero is all about. Getting a little messy to make a difference in an animal's life, particularly these big cats. So let's keep trucking. We only got a couple more to do, and then we're gonna get some really fun. We're gonna get some training. We're gonna prep meals for the next day, but let's keep going.
So
So I'm in is one of the tiger dens here at the Central Florida Animal Reserve. Now it's really important on a day-to-day basis. We come in and we fluff up these dens. We fluff up this substrate to help give them a nice soft bed that's good against their joints, good against any sort of ailments these aging tigers might have. But it also gives us a chance to inspect, make sure everything's still nice and sturdy, that there's no loose nails, so they have a nice safe place to retreat from all the other distractions here at the Central Florida Animal Reserve. So tigers are one of those cat species that actually enjoy water. In the wild, you can often find them hanging out in the pools or the ponds of the natural jungles where they live. But here at the Central Florida Animal Reserves, we've traded the ponds for huge concrete tubs, and these allow all the tigers here to cool off during the hot Florida afternoons. We'll come back a little later and we'll see them enjoying it, but for right now, as we're cleaning, it's important that we drain them, sanitize them, fill them up with fresh clean water so they have a nice clean place to come and play later. As Betty said earlier, it's important to come in and rake the enclosures. That helps for drainage, for when it rains. It helps make a nice soft material for the cats to walk on. And it helps us fill in any sort of divots that could accidentally trip up a cat and cause them to fall. We do have some older tigers here that don't stay on their feet as well as some of the younger cats, but we make sure they have a nice flat surface to walk on. Alright guys, we are done cleaning the enclosures for the day. I'm gonna go put on some clean clothes. So I am with EO, one of several white tigers that live here at the Central Florida Animal Reserve. Several gorgeous white tigers. Now, a lot of people say that white tigers are a different species of tiger compared to the Bengal or the Siberian, but they're not. They just have a really cool gene modification known as leucism that gives them that beautiful white coloration. They still keep their stripes and they got gorgeous blue eyes. Now this guy is very big. He's also very well behaved. He's been my friend for many years. Haven't you, EO? Yes. Yes, you have. Good boy. Check out the size of him. Check out the size of him. Now, white tigers are actually a rarity up until the 1950s when the Maharaja Rewa in India found an orphan cub and took it home with him. And from there he started a breeding program. And from that one orphan, we now have all the white tigers in captivity today. They're still very rare in the wild, but man, are they truly some magnificent creatures, aren't you? I'm sorry, that's all we got. Isn't he awesome? Wow, this day's been so fun. And so hot too. Let's step inside and talk to Betty Cannon again and find out about the food that these tigers, these lions, and these leopards need on a day-to-day basis. We're going to talk about how much they need to eat, where their food comes from, and how it differs from what they eat out in the jungle, the savanna, and all the places that big and small cats call home.
Okay, captive diets are much different than wild diets. Wild diets are a whole animal that they hunt. Captive diets are, ours in particular, are horse meat, a ground carnivore diet made especially for large carnivores. It has vitamins and ground meat in it. And they also get pork and chicken and raw chicken, of course, and a vitamin supplement. And that's usually a commercial diet for them. Wild, they'll eat a whole bunch at once. They'll eat like almost the whole animal. They'll eat maybe 40 pounds in one sitting, and then they won't eat for 3 days. Here we feed them daily. They do have one fast day, and the amount that each cat gets depends on the cat, because even though we have Sunki, who's 600 pounds, he only gets 7 pounds, and we have Ralph, who's 400 pounds and he gets 10 pounds because he's younger, more active, so he's very lazy. So it depends on the size of the cat and the amount of activity they do, and whether or not they need to lose weight. So tigers here that actually do not like deer meat, and some that love deer meat. We have some that do not like the carnivore commercial diet, and some that really like it. So we have some that we have to chop their thighs because they don't like the big thighs, so we cut it into 3 pieces. So they're generally pretty. As far as medications go, we have a very aging population, so we have several cats that get supplements like glucosamine and fish oil, and also some are on gabapentin. That's usually for arthritis and other things. Once a week we do give them bones. They get pork bones, and it's very good for them. It helps keep their teeth in good condition, and they really enjoy it, so they get bones once a week.
Next, we're going to go do some training and figure out why it makes it such a fundamental part of the cat's everyday routine. We're going to see all of the cats do some training, and we're going to find out some really fun stuff along the way.
Here at CFAR, we train the animals for husbandry purposes. We train them to sit, down, target, which we can move them from point A to point B. When they're down, we can eventually get blood from their tails, which we desensitize them through a long process. And then we don't have to sedate them to get the blood. We start a cat on training by introducing the bridge, which is basically the reward. We use a whistle for a bridge. And we introduce the bridge by whistle, feed, and then we start with the target, and we target them from point A to point B, and we capture behaviors. If they're sitting, we'll say sit and bridge, and then capture that behavior. A lot of times we bait. It's another form of training. And eventually you take away the bait, and they still do the behavior.
Let's go talk to Phyllis and learn some cat facts and about cats in the wild and how our captive cats relate to those guys out in the jungles, the savannas.
Cody is a 6-year-old male lion. The difference in the male and the female lion is obviously the big mane. The male's purpose in life is to protect the pride, and that's about it. He does some hunting when he's young because he has to. They live with the parents until they're about 2 years old, and then they challenge each other to be the king, be the dominant male lion, and whoever is the winner takes over that pride, and the other lions move on to find their own prides. The females prefer the darker maned lions. As they get older, it tends to get darker. So Cody would be very popular. He's got a nice dark mane, and the females would really like him. The lioness is the one that rules the show. She does most of the hunting. She cares for the young. Lions are the only cat that lives in a pride. Most of the other animals are solitary. They only live with their parents until they're old enough to take care of their own hunting and to look for a mate. So lions live in prides. Usually one dominant male, a few younger males possibly that are vying for that position, and then a group of females that take care of each other's young. The lions weigh approximately 350 pounds for a maximum, where a full-grown tiger may weigh up to 550. So they are, even though they're big, they aren't as big as a Siberian tiger. This is a Bengal tiger behind us. His name is Charger, And the Bengal tigers are the most plentiful tigers in captivity, are actually the most plentiful in the wild as well. They are typically from Asia, Indonesia, that kind of area. We also have a Siberian over here whose name is Masukala, and the Siberians are the largest of the big cat family. The Siberians have fluffier fur because they're from colder climates. The Bengal tigers have a shorter, sleeker fur because they are from the warmer climates. This is Midnight. She is a melanistic leopard. Melanistic just means black. The only two black cats are black leopards and black jaguars, which both are spotted cats. They have black on black spots. I don't know if you can see them at midnight. There are two different types of leopards, Asian and African. The African is a little bit stockier and bulkier. Both are very similar in size and shape. They have a little bit different spots. The leopards, one of the stats on those is that they can jump up to 15 feet straight up into a tree, carrying their full body weight in prey. They tend to hang out a lot in trees because it gives them safety from larger predators as well as better view for prey. So that's why they take their food up into the tree to eat it in safety. Gypsy is our oldest resident. It's an Asian melanistic leopard. She's 20 years old. She came to us when she was 4 from a pet situation. She's declawed front and back. She was inside the house for all that time. So when she came out, she developed some allergies, which caused some scarring and some fur loss. But she's very healthy and very active for a 20-year-old cat.
Okay guys, so if you want to help out, you don't necessarily have to be here yourself. You don't have to be a volunteer, or you could be a member. So what that means is you take a little cash that you have lying around your house, you donate it to Central Florida Animal Reserve, and you become one of the valuable members that helps keep this place running. Well, I hope you enjoyed your day here at the Central Florida Animal Reserve. We're about to get out of here, get out of this heat, go cool off in the river. So I'll see you guys back at camp. Let's head out through the gift shop. Hey there, made it back to camp. Jameson's doing okay. I hope you guys had a great day. I know I did. The Central Florida Animal Reserve definitely is a place of magic. Those cats are awesome, and the people taking care of them are even better. Those are some good souls. They're all volunteers. They're out there at the depthness of their heart because they love those cats and they want those cats to be happy. So those are some true wild heroes. Now, being the first episode, I figured I should maybe introduce who I am. My name is Erik Moore. I've got a huge fascination with wildlife. I've got a love for exploring, and I've got a mission that I want to go out there and help as many people as I can with their mission for a better tomorrow, with saving the animals, with preserving the environment, and making sure that our children have a chance to see all the beautiful sights that we get to see. And through you guys, the common audience, we can spread that message of hope, spread that message of strength, and spread that there can be a greener and better tomorrow. Despite everything that we are in right now, we can do it. Together we are stronger, and together we can change the world. We will fight, for we are the wild heroes.
We are Wakana, Nihipi, we are Nakasejina.